Good morning, students. Today we will study lesson 6 more on spreadsheet. So, earlier we have studied lesson 5, that was spreadsheet and introduction. So, introduction we have studied. Some more features we will study in this chapter. So, we will study like selecting cells, entering special numbers, date and time, undo and redo features, autofill feature, copy and moving data, deleting cells, column and row, custom reads. About these all things we will study in this chapter. So the first thing, why in the previous chapter we already have studied to what is actually a spreadsheet, how to use it. Okay, so this is the product of Microsoft, and this is also called Microsoft Excel. Now in this chapter we will learn various way to select and enter data, modify sales content, insert and delete the column or rows, etc. We already know in a spreadsheet how we can enter data, like performing calculation, saving the workbooks. So about these things we have studied in the previous chapter also. Now we will study first of all, that is selecting cells. So how we will select the cells? We often have to select a group of cells to perform various operations such as copying, moving, inserting or deleting. Selection can be made in any of the following. So when we require for the copying, moving, inserting or deleting, so at the time we require the selecting, because we want to move the data of different cells, so we have to select the cells. So first is that to select a row or column, click on the row column heading. Okay, this is the method for the selecting row or column. Entire worksheet we can select by the shortcut key Ctrl+A, or click on the select all button. This is the select all button located on the top of the first row heading. So by this also you can select your entire worksheet. Then adjacent row and column, select the first row or column, then hold on the shift key while you select the last row and column. So first of all we have to select the row and column, then hold the shift key. Okay, when we hold the shift key and till where we have to select, we will move our mouse cursor and we can select. Next is non-adjacent cell, non-adjacent row and columns. We can do it by clicking on the row and column, then hold the control key, and while you select the other row and column for the selection. So when we will select the non-adjacent row and column, we have to click on the control key, okay, while we are selecting the row and column. So this is for the adjacent, this is for the non-adjacent, and this is for the adjacent. When we are selecting the adjacent key, we will use the shift, and for the non-adjacent we will use control. Range of the cell, click on the cell you wish to start your selection from, hold the left mouse button and drag the mouse to diagonally opposite corner to opposite corner cell, or select the first cell, and while keeping the shift key pressed, click on the last cell in the range. So when we are selecting the range of the cell, so we have to also keep pressing the shift key, and we can diagonally move our mouse cursor and we will select the range of the cell. Next is entering special numbers and date and time. To enter special numbers, sometimes while numbers you want to retain the leading 0. Okay, so any number we want to start with the 0. Okay, for example, you want to enter the study code of Delhi, that is which is 011. As soon as you have to press enter after typing 011 in the cell. So after typing 011 in the cell, what you have to do, press the enter key. But what you will observe, the leading 0 get dropped, means this 0 will be not there. Means suppose you will type 011 and you will press the enter and you will go to the next cell. So you will see that this 0 will be not there, only there will be 1 1. 11 will be there, but this 0 1 1 will be not there. So to overcome this problem, you need to type an apostrophe before the number. So I will write the apostrophe sign. So this is the apostrophe sign and 0 1 1. So if you write like this, then you will see that there will be 0 1 1. So that 0 will be not dropped. So it means, you can see the first example, you can see also this is the apostrophe before. If you want to display 0 1 1, you have to use the apostrophe. So it means computer will understand your entry 0 1 1 will be treated as a text. So computer is understanding that entry 0 1 1 before there is apostrophe is there, it means that is your text. Okay, that is not a number. So this entry will be ignored if you use a function. Okay, so if you want to start with your 0 any number, so you have to use the apostrophe. So this is very important, you should know. Now next is to enter date and time. So to enter date and time, to select the cell and enter date and time, you can separate the date and date element either with slash, hyphen, or use formats such as 11 October and like that. So these are the style of writing the date. Excel recognized and support the variety of date formats. To display the enter date in different formats, what are the steps we have to follow? First of all, we have to select the cell, then click on the format. So this format drop down button you will get in the format cell option, and this will be in the home tab. This will be in the home tab, you will get it. In the home tab you will get this format drop down. In the format drop down button you will say you will get the format cell dialog box. In that you can choose the date and time category. Okay, by clicking in the date and time option, okay, on the category list tab, you can see it will be look like this one. So this is the, you can see here date and types are there, date and type. So when you will click on the format tab, you will get the same type of dialog box. Okay, so you can select which type of format you want. So from here you can select. Next is your changing cell contents. So I want to change the contents of the cell. The character and numbers type in a worksheet can be seen both in a cell as well as on the formula bar. So as we know that, you can see here, whatever, if you select this one, 56 is displaying here. In the formula bar also you can see 56 is there. So in the both place it will be so. Now after entering the content in a cell, you can press either enter key or enter button on the formula bar to accept the entry. When you type in the new data in the cell, the two buttons, there's two buttons. When you enter the data in your cell, new entry if you will do, you will see there are two buttons, cancel and enter button will appear left side of the formula bar. So these two buttons you will see. So these two buttons you can see in the next page, it will be there. See here, when you will add the new entry, you can see there are these two buttons are there. You can see these two buttons are there. These two buttons, this is for the cancel and enter. So these two buttons you will see that. Okay. Now, so how you will do it? The steps are, actually there are two different cell contents can be modified in two ways. There are two ways. The first one, replacing cell content. Second is using edit mode. So by using these two methods, we can change the cell content. First is replacing cell content. Next is your using edit mode. So first of all is study replacing cell contents. So first step, you can edit the cell contents directly and replace them with a new entry. Okay, open the new worksheet and type in the data like this. All the data is typed here. Now select the cell whose content has to be changed. So here is like the context is changed, so this column number D and this row is 6. So D6 we want to change, so it's a value, it will be changed by the 65. So I will select it and I will type here 65. Then after I will press the enter. So you will see it, this value will be changed by the 65. So similarly try to change the content of other cells. So other we can change the this contents also, this 100 to 103, this contents also. So we can change the different contents of different cells. Okay, next is using edit mode. Next mode is our edit mode. Select the cell D6, double click on the cell. Notice that data is displayed in the formula bar. So same this one, when you will double click over here, you will see the same data will display in the formula bar. Okay, so what we have to do, the insert point will blink with the cell, not the edit mode is indicated on the left side of the status bar. So you can see here is edit mode is displaying. Okay, when you will click over here, double click on here, so you will see that this on the left side of the status bar you can see the edit mode. Position the pointer at the desired place and change contents. Press enter key. The changes will be entered in the current cell. Okay, notice edit mode indicator change into ready mode. So once it was changed, okay, once you have clicked the enter, so you will see this edit mode will change to the ready mode. Okay, so now your data will be changed. So second method is also there. If you want to directly, means here you want to change it here, also you can do here also. If you will enter data here and press enter, the same will, this value will also change to this cell also. This cell also, this value will be changed. So you can do from here also, and from the formula bar. In the formula bar, if you will change the value and press enter, so that value will reflect here also. So they are the method. Third method, there is a shortcut key also. Okay, so to change the cell content, there is a shortcut key also. So what is the shortcut key? That shortcut key is F2. Okay, when you will press the shortcut key F2, this F2, you can also change the cell content by pressing F2 after selecting the cell. First of all, you have to select the cell and press the F2 key. So the cursor will blink at the end of the cell content. Got it? So there is a shortcut key also, that is F2. Next is our using undo and redo feature. So these two already you have used these two feature. Undo, after making modification in a cell, you wish to cancel the changes and retrieve the previous data. The undo, to undo the last action perform using undo button. So you can see this is the undo button, this one, and you will get in the quick access toolbar. The command, the redo command is used to quickly repeat the last action. Okay, so in this it will be repeat the last action you have performed using undo command, and click on the redo button. So this is your redo button and it will be in the quick access toolbar. You can see this is your redo and this is your undo. Okay, so these two buttons are there, means that you can see these are the undo button. Sorry, this is your this is for the redo button and this is for your undo button. Got it? Now next one is that you can use the shortcut key Ctrl plus Z, as we know, and there is a shortcut key Ctrl plus Y. So that's the shortcut key for undo, and Ctrl plus Y is the shortcut key for redo. So we can do it by, sometimes when it is not possible, means some action cannot be undone. So such as clicking by any command on the file menu, you cannot undo an action. The undo button changes into can't undo. So sometimes all we will not means every time we cannot use this every undo and redo. If it is not doing, it means that button now become can't undo button. Same for the redo button, also can't repeat button. So next is inserting cell, column and row. So how we can insert cell, column and row? So first of all, inserting blank cell. So we have to insert the blank cell. So why we are using this inserting cells, column and row? So sometimes we are writing some data. Suppose there's some data are missing. I did not have that place for that. So at the time we required to inserting cell and column for that, for writing the data. There are two ways to insert blank cell. The first, select the range of the cell where you want to insert the data, where you want to insert the blank cell. You should select the same number of cells as you want to insert in the spreadsheet. Okay. Next is that to right click on the range and select the insert option, or select the insert button in the cell group on the home tab. Click on the insert cell and drop down list. Okay, so you can see here is the insert. Okay, so now here is the option insert cell. So by using this you can insert your cell and then press the enter. Okay, in the both cases you will get this insert button. So what are the case? First of all you have to select right. Okay, next option, select the insert button. You can directly come here, insert button, and you can enter your cell, or simply you can select and you have to go, means you have to get insert button in the cell group. Okay, so in the all method you have to, in the both cases you will get the insert dialog box. Okay, this. Next is our inserting column. So inserting column, to insert single column, select the column cell to the left side, means it's a very important, left of which a new column to be inserted, means where we have to select, we have to, means suppose where you want to insert the column, we have to select the left of that column. Okay, and we can perform the same action. In the insert sheet column you will get in the insert option, you will, in the cell group you will get this insert option. Same option you will get here, this type of option here. In the insert you will get here insert row and column is there, insert column. So by clicking on that you can insert the column. So this is about inserting column, and the same way you can insert the row also. Excel insert blank column to the left of column E and shift the entire of column E to the column F. Got it? It's a very, you can, this one, as I told that, in Excel insert blank column to the left of column E and shift the entire column E to the column F. Okay, so you can see over here, see this is the F, this is in the left side, so this all will, it will be come to the left side. Okay, next is that, so some shortcut keys are there, you must know about these shortcut keys. These shortcut keys are like you can minimize the worksheet by pressing Ctrl plus F9, key combination to maximize Ctrl plus F10 for minimize, Ctrl plus F9 for maximize, Ctrl plus F10. Okay, so this is the shortcut key for minimize and maximize. To the insert new data into the cell you can use F2. Okay.